Cool. And coming up to my second roll of the night, I didn't capture the first one, but yeah, second roll of the night with Noel. Usually one of my favorite rolls um, in any given session. I've been training with Noel a really long time. He was my first and only teacher. I've kind of followed him to all of the different gyms that we've been to. Yeah, really enjoy training with Noel. I'm coming off of some quite serious injuries. Noel knows my game, and I'm still trying to figure his out. I know it's good and difficult for me to really do anything, but yeah, he knows my game. He kind of knows my limits as well, and he understands the injuries that I've had. And quite often we'll get into spots where um, my knee or something will be compromised, and he'll just kind of stop um, and adjust or reset the position to make sure that it's safe for me. So it's something that I really appreciate. But yeah, good rolls. We're able to like push the pace without necessarily going gently, if that makes sense. It's like a flow roll, but with a bit more intensity. So it's good. He's definitely kind of taking it easy on me, which I appreciate a lot. And the funny thing is, I am pretty much trying my hardest here. So it's always funny to look at these and, um, while I'm there and while I'm rolling with him, it feels like I'm giving it 100% and giving it everything I've got, and I am. But it's like very obvious that he's not, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing. We have nice technical exchanges, I think. Um, he's actually recently recovered from quite a serious hip surgery. He's had chronic hip pain for, I think, the majority of his journey through jiu-jitsu. So yeah, he had basically a hip joint reconstruction without having the actual femoral head removed. I think it was like a resurfacing, but he's also recovering from what would be considered a serious injury. But you'll see at various points throughout the roll, he's got a lot of dexterity and a lot of flexibility through those hips, which he uses a lot. Yeah, he quite often gets stuck in these weird positions with strange looking submissions and things going on. I can't tell if that's my arm. I thought it was my leg that he was attacking there. I can't remember exactly how he finished it. I think it might have been a toe hold. But yeah, just good rolls. Good rolls. I going for a toe hold here, and I think we end up having a shootout, which I inevitably lose. A little bit of a scramble on the way to the top, and he takes my back like it's nothing, which is great. I wish I could do this to people. Quite often in this position, when someone's got my back, I try and threaten the straight footlock there, but it very rarely hits. I think it's got something to do with how low my hips are, or potentially the angle of attack there, but yeah, I just didn't have it. I think watching this now in retrospect, I had a lot more options open to me, but I think fatigue just sets in. Another toe hold shootout, which I lose. Yeah. Toe hold shootouts are great. There's two guys at my gym, two phenomenally talented blue belts who I met about 2 years ago now, a little over 2 years ago now. Just really, really, really good athletes and good jiu-jitsu athletes as well. They quite often get into toe hold shootouts. This is one of my favorite techniques, or something I've been playing around with lately, is like a forward roll into a leg entanglement. I actually learned that watching Garry Tonon versus Rousimar Palhares. I'll chuck a link to specific match in the video description. But yeah, cool technique, and I tried applying it, and cool. Sometimes I get the forward roll, sometimes I don't. Nice. And next up is my roll with Berend, another really nice roll. We were working this particular technique actually in class today, and yeah, Berend's another one of my favorite rolls for this, for very reason, is that we work this technique in class. He could see me setting it up and giving it a go, so he gave me 10, 15, 20% resistance, and kind of let me go through the sequence, which is really cool. Unfortunately, it took me a long time to learn in my jiu-jitsu journey that it pays a lot of dividends if you click and connect with a technique in class and you have fun doing it and doing the drills. So you've got to really try and apply it in the rolls as soon as you can. You want to embed it so you don't forget it. And I think it's just so classic. You go to X amount of jiu-jitsu classes in a year, and at the end of a given year, you definitely, I don't know, I speak only for me, but I think that you definitely haven't, well, I definitely haven't absorbed and committed every single one of those techniques to memory. So I think it's really important when you do a technique and it clicks with you, or it's something that you have fun with and that you can express, that you try and apply it as quickly as possible and commit it to memory, even if it's difficult, and even if you fail at doing it. It's really important to try and apply it. And part of being able to apply those techniques is having good training partners, like I've got with Berend here. So yeah, we've got kind of like a gentleman's agreement. We roll quite nicely with each other. Again, it's real flowy, and I think I already mentioned it. I don't know if I did. Berend has a wrestling pedigree. I'm about 74 kilos, and I think Berend would probably be mid-90s to high 90s, really solidly built, strong and heavy and dense. But the really nice thing about Berend is he doesn't use his weight or his strength. I'm going for that De La Riva technique again, which was cool. And again, Berend just giving me a little bit of resistance so I can work. This is gold. Like, this is a good training partner, someone who kind of knows what you're doing and gives you a bit of resistance, but doesn't stop you from practicing. Because at the end of the day, this is all this really is practice. It's time to learn and apply and have fun and sharpen your skills a little bit. I think I just said to Berend here that I really appreciated him kind of letting me try the techniques and letting me get those reps in, because it's really nice to try and apply techniques with different bodies. I was practicing the technique tonight with someone who was quite a bit smaller than me, with a very different body type, so nice to apply. Here I go for some Kazushi and off balancing, and I think that if I had been a bit quicker, or was kind of really going for submissions as opposed to just rolling, perhaps we could have pulled a knee by there or something, but it's not that kind of roll. Sometimes you just go through the roll, have a bit of fun and chill. Yeah, and it's nice to do that. I spoke with Berend after the roll, and he said that he'd been having an off couple of weeks, just tired and not feeling it, and we're all friends, so it's not time to capitalize on your friend's tiredness. Cool. And next up, roll with John. Trying again with that De La Riva sequence that we were learning today. Dirty guard puller, I know. I make no qualms about it that I'm a dirty guard puller, and that's simply because my stand-up sucks. My stand-up sucks as well because I'm kind of afraid of getting injured doing it. Only 31, but the body and the stiffness and everything and all the injuries I've had, I feel like a glass 80-year-old. But I tend to stay away from stand-up, and a lot of that's just got to do with serious mobility issues and a sequence of serious injuries that have been difficult for me, but definitely something on my list. I don't want to end up being a black belt with no stand-up. I've been really enjoying this pinch, knee pinch pass that you would have just seen there. Shout out to Will and Tom, and also shout out to Isaac for getting me into that stuff. It's been really cool. I've been passing a lot of guards that way, and it's a lot of fun. Feels very simple and easy, and I like the slow control element with those sorts of passes. You know, it's like you can control the hips, take a little pause, and yeah, really nice. Nice being able to watch this video and see what John was doing, because I don't know if you can see, but I'm really trying to unbend my knee there. And it was nice to see that he's got a 2-on-1 grip on the foot. Great control. I had no answers to this at all. I think that I should have done what I just did there, which was roll from this inside of my shin to the front of my shin and just go into knee on belly. Yeah, doesn't look like much is happening here, but I think John's still got a grip on the pant leg there, and I know that if I don't put enough pressure into that crossface, that, well, this is exactly what's going to happen, is he'll get out. John grabs a pant grip here, I think, and super nice. Those tiny little steps that he made, just really nice. He didn't rush the pass, and he passed my guard like absolute butter. Really nice to see. He's applying good pressure here as well. I think John's another bigger and heavier guy. I think he has less qualms about using a little bit of his strength, but he's not bad with it. And now we've assembled into yin yang triangle shootout. Lots of shootouts tonight. Feels like a western. Ballad of Buster Scruggs. I wish I knew a quote from that movie. I would have busted it out, no pun intended. John lets go there, and I think it's because he might have thought that when I released my triangle that I was either tapping or going out in retrospect. So it's kind of the only reason that one progressed. Past the guard, nice and quick. I really like that, watching that in retrospect as well. I've had really serious stiffness issues my entire life with my joints, particularly my hips. And that stiffness makes it really hard to commit and to move around in space. So shout out Sergey from Power Surge Wellness fixing me up. Nice little scramble there. John reverses, and then I hit a reversal on him to get on top, and the match is ended. Thanks heaps for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Surprisingly difficult to narrate videos of jiu-jitsu, so yeah, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed the video and you're keen for more or keen for anything in particular, feel free to ask, or yeah, any comments or criticisms, just let me know. Cheers, and thank you very much.